Whispers of fate trace themselves across the palace walls, carrying the echo of Jiang Qisha's discovery. The corridors of power tremble, not from storms, but from the revelation that a girl of fragile cultivation, Ling, holds a secret capable of unsettling the heavens themselves. Amid wary glances and restrained awe, alliances are tested and intentions laid bare. Meanwhile, far in the Eastern Sea region, a dilapidated temple cradles a desperate hope. Lady Piaomiao's life teeters on the edge, and only a master of hidden arts, Taikou, can mend what forbidden power has broken. As these threads of destiny converge, tension coils like a serpent ready to strike. Every glance, every breath, carries the weight of choices yet unmade. And in martial God Asura, chapter 927-928, the stage is set for secrets to awaken and legacies to collide. In the hallowed halls of the palace, whispers of fate and danger dance through the air, carrying a chill that touched every soul present. None could ignore it when Jiang Qisha's words rang out, not as quiet thoughts, but as proclamations that pierce the ears and minds of all around. "This Jiang Qisha is a storm cloaked in calm," Sume murmured, her mental voice tinged with unease. "Even at such a tender age, his intellect is a labyrinth. I feel no safety under his gaze, only the shadow of peril." Suru, ever pragmatic, replied with a careful steadiness. "Perhaps he is not a righteous man, but for now, he is the only shield we have. If Murong Mingqian had meant us harm, Murong Shun would never have let us walk free." At that precise moment, Jiang Qisha's gaze fell upon Ling, sharp yet unreadable. A smile played lightly on his lips as he advanced, deliberate and calm. "Ho, divine body! How laughably frail!" Zhao Yueqin sneered as he approached, disdain marking every feature. Yet, as his eyes roamed over her, a subtle shift crossed his expression. His smile curved, chilling and sly. Though her cultivation is pitiful, the face alone could summon admiration from many. He glanced at Jiang Qisha, his words laced with suggestion. "Senior, why not take her? Weak as she is, her beauty is treasure enough." Wu Kunlun stepped forward, voice measured, a tone of warning beneath his words. "Senior Jiang is no man of mere desire. Zhao Yuetian, it is you who covets this Ling. And yet, the girl truly is a divine body. Her birth stirred marvel and awe, witnesses are many, yet her cultivation remains the weakest among her peers. Why, I cannot say." Jiang Qisha's lips curved into a knowing smile. "The truth lies within examination." With that, a door within the spirit formation cage, the prison that bound Ling and her companions, suddenly swung open. He strode forward, purposeful and unstoppable. "Stay away from my sister, Ling." Suru and Sume surged ahead, desperation in their eyes, but the gulf of power yawned between them and Jiang Qisha. The moment they moved, his aura coiled around them like an unyielding serpent, freezing them in place. With effortless precision, he seized Ling's wrist, eyes ablaze with scrutiny. "Ha ha ha, the heavens favor me." "Murong Mingqian, you cunning fox, your schemes are my blessing." Jiang Qisha laughed, a sound that echoed like thunder through the cage. In a heartbeat, he released Ling, but his mirth remained uncontainable, his laughter echoing long after his breath had stilled. Zhao Yuetian and Wu Kunlun exchanged glances, curiosity laced with awe. "Senior Jiang, what have you discovered?" they asked in unison. "Haha, a secret too sacred to speak aloud. But in essence, this girl is mine," he replied, eyes glimmering with triumph. It was not the gaze of a man coveting beauty, it was the reverent gaze of one beholding treasure. Ling's companions knit their brows tightly, understanding the unspoken. The heaven-gripping pellet's mystery had been unearthed. Jiang Qisha sought her power, and her essence alone had drawn his claim. Days passed like whispers of wind across the Eastern Sea. In a secluded forest, a time-worn temple stood, silent yet heavy with dread. Inside, Chu Feng, Chu Shui Fuyan, and Lady Piaomiao huddled. Chu Feng and Fuyan, though composed, bore anxiety etched deep in their expressions, eyes locked on the unmoving figure of Lady Piaomiao. Since losing consciousness, her aura had waned, her once formidable presence diminishing. From a rank 6 martial king, she now teetered at rank 5, slipping further with each passing moment. Chu Feng and Fuyan, masters in their own right, were helpless, baffled by the relentless decay of her power. "Sister Fuyan, if this continues, Senior Piaomiao's life may ebb away here. We cannot wait for death to come upon her." "We must act," Chu Feng said, worry threading his voice. Fuyan's gaze softened, yet her tone carried weight. She trespassed into forbidden techniques. There is only one who can heal her now. Time is fleeting. He should arrive soon. Who comes? Chu Feng's curiosity flared. You know him, Fuyan answered, her fingers brushing the necklace at her throat, a subtle tremor betraying her concern. Before long, the figure appeared, swift, silent, and formidable. Chu Feng's breath caught. Senior Taikou? The recognition was immediate, but his heart pounded with reverence. This was no ordinary man. Taikou, whose name whispered through the annals of the Four Seas Academy, whose power was as deep as the unseen currents of the world. Fuyan, how fares your mother? Taikou's voice cut through the room, concern stark in his gaze. He did not greet Chu Feng, moving directly to Lady Piaomiao's side, eyes studying her with the precision of a master sculptor inspecting stone. With practiced care, he administered medicinal pellets imbued with rare properties, assisting her body to absorb their strength. Then, without further word, he laid intricate formations, weaving techniques so ancient and subtle that even Chu Feng and Fuyan stepped back, unwilling to disturb the delicate process. Chu Feng followed Fuyan outside, understanding the unspoken. Some truths were too personal, too sacred to witness. In a secluded corner, Fuyan turned, a faint, sorrowful smile on her lips. You have guessed, haven't you? Chu Feng hesitated, the weight of realization pressing upon him. Yes, Lady Piaomiao is my mother, and Taikou is my father, Fuyan revealed, her voice tinged with sorrow, yet calm. The confession struck Chu Feng like a tempest. Though he had sensed it, hearing it confirmed sent a surge of emotion crashing through him, leaving him breathless and awash in the gravity of the truth. The forest around the temple seemed to still, as if the very world held its breath, listening to the unfolding of legacies, bloodlines, and the silent vows of warriors and cultivators alike. The wind whispered through the jagged peaks of the eastern sea, carrying with it a tale of love, sacrifice, and the ferocity of martial spirits. Legends do not always begin with grand battles or the clash of swords. They often begin in the quiet moments of human heartache and courage, and this is one such moment. Sister Fuyan, there are truths I am hesitant to ask, Chu Feng began, his voice low, weighed with unease. The revelation he had just received burned like fire in his chest. Chu Shui Fuyan's gaze was gentle, steady. Between us there is no question too forbidden. Speak freely, let your heart guide your words, she replied, her tone soft yet resolute. Curiosity etched deep into his features. Chu Feng asked, You, Senior Piaomiao, and Senior Taikou, you are a family. Yet you lived apart. Why? What cruel fate forced separation upon you? Chu Shui Fuyan's eyes darkened with shadows of the past. It was not choice, but circumstance. My mother, bound by the vows of her master, was forbidden from allowing love to tether her heart. Any attachment, they said, could cloud her judgment, weaken her guardianship over Misty Peak, and influence the path of succession. Yet fate is not so merciful. She met my father, love entwined them, and I was born. Shame and duty forced her into solitude, away from him. Her voice trembled with honesty. Still, I know her heart. She has never ceased to love him. Every day she blames herself, feeling she denied him happiness for the sake of a vow. And my father, he too loves her with unwavering fidelity. Though driven away, he never sought another, understanding her plight. Yet, I cannot help but wonder if my actions will now bring her further shame. He has never seen her as she is now, and perhaps she does not wish him to. Chu Feng placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Fuyan, even if she blames you, you did what was necessary. If you had not called him, she may have perished. Senior Piaomiao's survival lies in his hands. No mother could find fault in a daughter's devotion to life. Chu Shui Fuyan's eyes glimmered with determination. Even if she resents me, I had to summon him. To do nothing would be a betrayal of her life. They waited in silence outside the fractured temple, where Lady Piaomiao lay, grievously wounded. The air was heavy with tension, every heartbeat measured against the slow rhythm of recovery. 2 full days and 1 night passed, each moment stretching like an eternity, each glance toward the temple door laden with dread. At last, a figure emerged from the shadowed doorway, Taikou, his steps steady yet weary, his voice a gentle wind calling her name. Fuyan, Fuyan. How fares my mother? What of her injuries? Chu Shui Fuyan rose in unison with Chu Feng, their hearts caught between hope and fear. Chu Feng's eyes swept over the man before him. This was no ordinary cultivator. This was a martial king, his aura fierce and commanding, a rank 4 peerless among the Eastern Seas warriors. Yet now, the strength he wielded had been spent in the salvation of Lady Piaomiao. His face, pale as mist, betrayed the toll exacted upon him. "Her condition is stable," Taikou spoke, his tone calm yet edged with fury restrained. "She will awaken. But tell me, who drove her to such a state?" There was a quiet storm behind his words, a tempest of rage and sorrow, tightly bound within his gaze. "The immortal execution archipelago and the holy land of martialism," Chu Fuyan explained quickly, urgency pressing her words. "They are formidable. Even you could not face them rashly. Any misstep now could shatter what little hope remains." Taikou's eyes burned with unwavering resolve. "She owes me nothing, yet my heart has always been hers, and now to see my wife and daughter brought to such ruin, can I remain idle?" His voice held the weight of years, love, and unyielding fury. From within the temple, a faint, frail voice called, "Fuyan, Fuyan." The sound carried the fragile strength of life, clinging to survival. "Go to her, Fuyan. Check on your mother," Taikou urged, though he did not follow, wary of disturbing the delicate recovery within. Chu Fuyan stepped into the temple, her heart thundering. There she found Lady Piaomiao, seated cross-legged, her figure diminished yet defiant. Her complexion bore the faint pallor of near death, yet the essence of life had not abandoned her. The price had been severe. Her cultivation, once a rank 6 martial king, now lingered at rank 5, yet the fire within her remained. "Your father has come?" Lady Piaomiao asked calmly, her eyes searching Chu Fuyan's. "He has not," Fuyan replied, almost instinctively. A knowing glance passed between them. "Do not feign ignorance. I have long been awake. I know he is here. None but he could have saved me," Lady Piaomiao whispered, a mixture of gratitude and lingering concern coloring her voice. Fuyan trembled, a trace of fear in her eyes. "Mother, do not blame me. Only he possesses the strength to rescue you. I had no other choice. Should I have faltered, he would never forgive me." A soft laugh, laced with gentle sorrow, rose from Lady Piaomiao. "Silly child, how could I blame you? Yet now, he has seen me thus. Perhaps he regrets the years past." Her words carried a delicate fragility, yet beneath it flowed enduring care. "He does not. His heart is bound to you alone. His anger is not for your form, but for the injustice done to you. He plans retribution. Yet his power, though mighty, may still falter against those from the Holy Land and the immortal execution archipelago," Fuyan said earnestly, urging caution. "But even if words fail, Mother, perhaps your voice can guide him." "He will heed you," Fuyan added, hope flickering in her voice. Lady Piaomiao's gaze softened, searching for reassurance. "He harbors no disgust for me? No blame for the years I left him?" Her concern was not for herself, but for the one she cherished above all. Fuyan smiled, a radiance warming the chamber. "Mother, do not doubt. His devotion has never wavered. For decades he remained solitary, for no woman could rival the place you hold in his heart. It is not your appearance he cherishes, but your spirit. In him, there has never been another." And in that quiet temple, the wind carried away the shadows, leaving only the enduring strength of love, loyalty, and the indomitable will of martial hearts.